Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today I will be welcoming back my good friend who's been on the show a few times, Kathleen Kinmont, star of Halloween 4 and many great movies like other great movies like Fraternity Vacation and stuff and movies like that. And we're going to be talking about stuff that she's got coming up. She's got some. I know she just made a couple movies and stuff, and and she's writing her book and everything. And we're going to be talking about that stuff. Kathleen is an awesome lady, very funny. She's a pervert like me, and we get along so well. And I can't wait. It's going to be pretty cool, and I can't wait. Every time Kathleen's on the show, there's always going to be something funny, some kind of surprise or something. And she also wants us to have a couple of words of silence for, a minute of silence for 9/11 today, and that's what we're going to do. Rest in peace, all the victims of 9/11. Today is the 17th anniversary of it. And so here is my interview with Kathleen Kinmont.
Good morning.
Kathleen, how the fuck are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. Just waiting for the coffee to kick in.
Okay. So this is for your podcast?
Of course. Yep.
How many listeners you got now?
Probably just around the same amount I've had since the beginning. Only 64.
64 people. Awesome. Okay.
Yep. Well, today is the 17th anniversary of that tragic day we know as 9/11. And I know you said you wanted to have a minute of silence.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have our minute of silence.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty amazing how long a minute is, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is.
You know, all the things that go through your mind during that time of why and how do we prevent something like that from ever happening again.
Yeah.
It really just makes you think, like, you know, when you said you have 64 listeners, like, what if all those 64 people were in that building?
Yeah.
You lost 3,000, over 3,000. Those buildings were just annihilated, and the people that were going in there to save them, how many lives were lost there? So 64 seems like a small number, but when it's a death toll, people that you loved and that you lost, and that your life will be changed forever, especially because of the way they were taken.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. You know, it creates a lot of stress, but hopefully it also creates a lot of solutions and keeps us more aware and more grateful for the people that are here.
Certainly.
Just watched the president give his speech, you know, for plane 23, flight 23, out in Pennsylvania, and just, you know, I think it was like 40 people on that flight, right?
Right.
The numbers get so confusing, but I think you know, smaller amount of people than your listeners
Mm-hmm.
went to the back of that plane and made a decision together to charge that cockpit. Hot water and their life. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I will die trying to kill you. That was the mentality.
I know. I mean, nobody with a mind like that is sane.
Well, you were at the breaking point. You're at a do or die decision moment, and it's very, very real. And you know, because we're not in that position, not right now. You never know. I mean, I'm getting on a plane on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. Every time I go to an airport, I'm just like, okay, high alert. I'm making eye contact with everyone. I'm not on my phone. I mean, unless I have to be to check something, but, you know, you stop and you do it, and then you look up.
Right.
You look up at places like that as much as possible. Wherever you go, concerts, find where the exit is. You know, restaurants, where's the exit? Where's the back exit? People are just really unpredictable these days, and it's unfortunate, but it forces our consciousness into high gear and our awareness, and our gratitude. You know, I'm not going to live in fear. I'm going to live in gratitude.
Yeah, I mean, a guy like me who has metal in my leg and I can't run anymore, you know, it's very scary for me. I mean, it happens all the time. I'm just always hoping, God, I hope something doesn't happen because I can't run and I'm a big guy. Nobody can, you know, pick me up and run with me, you know.
Well, you're right. So you've got to really be looking around. Sit close to the exit if possible. That's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
Closer to, well, I mean, unless you're close to the door and somebody walks you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. I think the best thing is just protect yourself as much as possible and just pray for the best. Just put out that positive energy, and hopefully it's contagious.
Yeah.
That's one thing we're in control over, our attitude. So put out the positive energy, be kind to each other, and hope that it boomerangs all the time. So far so good. We're still here. How you doing? What's going on?
Oh, not much. I wanted to tell you though. Oh my God, this is a little scary in and of itself. I've had two guys friend me on Facebook in the last 6 months after seeing me post this podcast on a horror movie group, and they've asked me for your phone number.
Well, don't give it out.
Of course I don't.
Well, you could always give them Chris Rose's phone number. You know, it's very easy to find how to locate an actor. You go on IMDb, or you should just go on Pro IMDb, but that's something you have to buy.
Right.
But it's like $30 or $45, whatever, and you can find find out who everyone's contacts are. Do it the right way. It means way more to the artist.
Right.
It's legit, and people have time. I mean, it's it's nice to do things that are on a smaller scale because it's an intimate experience, but it doesn't mean that, people are always available and have time to do that. So, but I do want to talk to you about one thing, and then we won't be able to talk for an hour like I did before because I've got actually quite a busy day because I'm getting ready to leave town. But
okay.
I have this new movie, and I sent you the link for the trailer. And I don't know if you saw that email yet, but it's called The Silent Natural.
Mm-hmm.
It will be out next spring, and it's about the first deaf Major League Baseball player, William Dummy Hoy.
Right.
And it's set in the 1800s, at the beginning of baseball. They weren't even using mitts.
Wow.
Just playing on dirt,
Mm-hmm.
with a hard ball. And the game was really being designed, but they were already getting, people to come and watch, and they were starting to get championships and scouts and stuff. So it was already happening for the guys that were hearing. But this was the first deaf guy who had skills, mad skills. And aside from being deaf, it's like, okay, whatever. But he stole bases. His record stats are really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive. Even for today's standards. And he was also the pinnacle of sign language for umps. And he was an outfielder, so he didn't know when it was a ball or a strike. So they were just calling it.
Right.
So he got the ump to right hand strike, left arm, ball. And it started that. So really that's the beginning of sign language, really, on the field. I mean, we've all seen it now. Signing now on the field is amazing. Everybody's signing. That's how they communicate.
Right.
You can't hear them. Plus, because the stadiums have got so freaking loud, even if they were shouting, you wouldn't hear them, right?
Right.
So the reason why I really want this movie to get out, because I know it's probably not the horror fan thing or whatever.
Right.
I'm a crazy baseball fan for the Dodgers, just the Dodgers. I mean, I love baseball. I love the game. I love the game.
Mm-hmm.
I know what it feels like to be a fan. Now, here's the big picture for this film.
Mm-hmm.
William Hoy has never been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And it's way overdue. And it would be great for the baseball community, and it would be great for the deaf community. And it would just, be a great thing all around, because the guy, I'm saying, besides the fact that he just happened to be deaf, he was an incredible athlete that got overlooked. So, yeah. So check out the trailer. I'm really excited about it.
I sure will. Wow, that's great. Yeah, I'll admit.
In Kentucky this weekend doing a signing for, I can't remember, a Scarecom in Lexington. So if anybody that is out there, if all the 64 members have no idea what's in Lexington, tell them to come by and see me. And if they mention the podcast, I'll give them a free picture and a set of photo. Yeah, so if you know anyone in Lexington, let's see how far this podcast will really go. Really say, if you know 12 people, and they 12 people or whatever.
Yeah.
People. I mean, anyway.
Yeah,
what else?
All the men in my family are baseball players, except for me. I was never into the game because movies are my thing and stuff. But my dad.
It's not your thing.
No, I like watching it, but it was just never my game and stuff. I played football in high school, and I wrestled, and I did track, though.
Oh, cool. Well, you were on a team. Yeah, I mean, baseball isn't going to be. I tried playing softball in high school, and I just got my ass kicked because, you know, tall and skinny. These girls are like thick and solid.
Right.
Softball players. They're intense. And it's a physical game out there. So, yeah. But man, I sure love watching it too. I love it. It's great.
Nice.
It's fun. It's really slow, and then it's super explosive. It reminds me of a lot of acting, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Got to be really loose, super relaxed, and then just pop into action. Like, you know, you got to be right there. Such a focus, mental, watching everything. Those guys are just like laser beams on the field. I love it.
Yeah, that was...
They're just like standing there, and then all of a sudden, just a screamer goes out, and, you know, to third base, and the third base guy is just, you know, like Superman off to the side. They just jump. They're like frogs.
Frogs, yeah. I have a short attention span, so maybe it's good that I didn't get to play.
Right. I mean, because you can get rolled if it's a slow game, but you know, it's a pitcher's game, and it's everything. It's fielding, it's batting. It's such a team sport, but it's such an individual moment.
Right.
You know, because it's you know, it's the focus on the pitcher, it's the focus on the batter, it's the focus on, you know, on the field. You know, it's just, I love it. And then the throws, and then and I love that it's not a tackle sport, and that guys aren't going out there to beat the shit out of each other. I love that part of it so much. I really have a hard time with football now, knowing the status of concussions and what it does to our beautiful guys that are, you know, just want to earn a living and bash heads. But
yeah,
I don't know, until they're out there with motorcycle helmets, I'm sorry. You know?
Yeah.
Seriously, motorcycle helmets. Because it's stupid.
Yeah.
Really stupid to me. It's like, what are you guys? You're billy goats?
Billy
It just
goats.
looks lame. And, you know, I used to really appreciate the ballet of it. You know? So if they took out head-to-head combat, like, you can't use your head.
Mm-hmm.
How about that? You can wear a helmet, but you just can't use your head as a battering ram on somebody else. Why not? I mean, you guys can go out there and wrestle and grapple, and, you know, I mean, look at rugby.
Yeah.
They're still getting concussions, too, but they're out there like, you can play it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we beating the shit out of these guys so they can go stroke out when they're 60? With a family? You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
these people are leaving people behind. I don't know. I get it. It's frickin' testosterone on crack.
Yep.
It's dumb. Oh, now they're having a moment of silence on the news right now.
Oh, nice.
They're having it because this is the second plane crash.
Oh.
So.
So how's your book coming along?
Wow, it's really hard to talk right now when I'm watching.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That second plane crash I saw with my dad. My dad happened to be in the hospital.
Oh.
And I went to go visit him, and the first plane had crashed, and I was sitting in there with him in his room. Their moment of silence is never a minute long. And I could hear the cries of the people in the other rooms, the old people in their beds, you know, like, you know what I mean? They were only seeing one building get crashed into, and then that second plane hit, and then everyone was just like so blue. It was so awful. God, I'll never forget that. I will never forget that feeling. Hearing all those old people, so sad. It was just,
Yeah.
man.
That day, oh my God. I was 18 years old, and I was, having fun partying the night before, so I didn't really know about it until like the next day at like 5 o'clock when I woke up.
Yeah, man, it was a bad day. Such a bad day. I have a friend that I just went and visited in New York this summer,
Mm-hmm.
and he was supposed to be there. He worked there at the building.
Mm-hmm.
And we just got to go see him. And at the World Trade Center, at Ground Zero at the Memorial, my daughter and I took her to New York this summer for our very first trip there. It was so spectacular. It was just absolutely the most magical moment ever. And part of our, one afternoon we went to the memorial and we met him down there. He was an acting coach of mine, Stanley Zarif, and
Mm-hmm.
wonderful guy. And he said it took him about 3 years before he could ever go by the building because he was 15 minutes late to work that day. He was one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
One of those guys that was 15 minutes late to work because he had a dentist appointment or something.
Mm-hmm.
He missed it.
Oh my God.
8:46.
Oh.
Yeah, he was so traumatized, and the survivor guilt, the crazy, like, how was I not a part of that? Yeah. So it was great to see the whole thing with him and be there with her, and he got to meet my daughter for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And we walked all the way through it. He told us that, he gave us the most awesome tour. He's a New Yorker. And, emotional, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So how's your book coming along?
My book is coming along really well. She's sitting here in front of my computer. I'm hoping it's finished, completely ready for an editor by January.
Nice.
So, yeah. Maybe even before then, Thanksgiving. That would be great. I'd really like to get it done before the end of this year. But, this text is all there. I'm just going through my final edit and gathering artwork,
Mm-hmm.
and then I really love to get a picture with Quentin somehow. And I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea for it, but I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay.
So just in case it doesn't happen, but I'm going to try and make it happen. So I'm really excited about it. I should have been nicer to Quentin Tarantino and other short stories and then fails and saves. Longest book title of all time.
Oh my God, that's kind of like Ileana Douglas's book, I Blame Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, Ileana's book. Ileana Douglas.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's funny. I blame Dennis Hopper. It's cute.
Oh yeah, she's got a podcast with that same title.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's pretty
cool.
good.
I didn't know that. I've met her once before, a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
At Lauren Bacall's house at New Year's.
Wow.
Well, I know, right?
Yeah.
Please.
That's royalty there.
Royalty. Big time. That was a big royal day. I think Cheryl Teague was there, and she was married at the time to Gregory Peck's son,
Mm-hmm.
Tony Peck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who was I with? I think that was Jerry Burns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a Jerry Burns night. That was cool.
A Jerry Burns night.
Yeah, that's why I'm having a hard time remembering it. who I was with. I remember everybody else. I'm just trying to remember who I was with. Who was I with? Oh, Jerry, that's right. Yeah. I don't really talk about him too much in my book. I don't want to poke the bear. I talked about Lorenzo, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very comfortable talking about Lorenzo since he talked about me in like 12 chapters of his book, and it was,
Yeah.
his story. Now you're going to hear her story. What is a woman? Here's that new song, Ariana Grande. Yeah, guess what? Herstory. Yeah, we're going to change actually the history classes and all move to herstory classes, okay? That's going to be what I do when I'm president. Yeah. Chocolate milk for everyone. Anyway, so I've got that movie coming out. I've also got a cool movie that I did this year called Do Not Be Deceived, which is a thriller, scary movie. So,
Nice.
All the horror fans can look for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be in Lexington, and then, I'm going to get this book done. Get her in. And I'm also writing another really great script about something that I can't share yet. So that's exciting. I've got a great writing partner, Tom Sheeter.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Sheeter, who is a wonderful actor and really wonderful writer. And a really wonderful actor. I didn't mean to lean on that he was a better writer than an actor. I mean, he's great at both. So, great guy. We're having a really terrific time putting this idea to paper.
Nice.
So, if you have an idea out there, folks, just write it down and get it registered.
Yeah, I met a guy at a convention a couple months ago that I interviewed on the show, and I told him about my script and my idea, that the one I sent you, and he likes it, and so there's a possibility there.
Have it registered?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, listen, if you don't write it or don't talk it, write it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the way to do it. So I really like waiting till things are complete before I start blabbing all about it, because I think if you talk about it too much before you write it, it dissipates the energy
Right.
that it actually takes to sit down and write something.
Right.
So that's why they always say writers percolate on an idea, and you do. You sit on it, let it bubble, and if you haven't blabbed it all over the place and given it to somebody else to write, then you can let it, burp out of you and onto paper or your computer or however you write. I think it's best to put stuff onto a computer that way.
Yeah, I'd save it.
Yeah, I used to really start everything in longhand because that's just, I was a creative writer in school, so I did a lot of, we didn't use computers. I graduated in 83. I'm a freaking baby boomer. I'm on the tail end of baby boomers.
That's the year I was born.
Yeah. So anyway, no, that's great. I love the youth. No, it's good. I'm kidding. How about this Les Moonves thing? Every picture of him just looks like shady shyster.
Yeah.
When you hear all of this stuff, every time you see like a smiling pedophile.
Yeah.
A smiling rapist. It's like every smiling picture of him now looks like he thinks he got away with it.
Yeah, you look at him and you go, yeah, that guy rapes.
You know who's really celebrating this is Harvey Weinstein. He's just like, oh, thank God, I'm going to have company in my jail cell. Good, I could start up another company with Les Moonves. I wonder if he thinks all these like guys.
Yeah, they could all sit. They could all sit in a cell and butt fuck each other.
God, that's a visual. Threw up a little bit. Yeah, disgusting. I know. I'd rather see the visual of them just getting tossed around the prison yard, actually. I think that would be a way more, because they would enjoy it with each other, talking about, war stories. No, I think that they should just be thrown into the general population of rapists and murderers and shit.
I agree.
That's the Shark Tank right there. That's the real Shark Tank. If there was, hell on earth, hardened criminals all hating together, behind bars, electric fencing, monitored by armed guards.
Certainly.
Not a bad idea. I just always think the best thing to do actually is take the frickin' brake off of the taxpayers and all of this, like keeping these people on a dime of feeding them and housing them and giving them medical treatment and bullshit that they don't fucking deserve anymore, is put them in a great big airplane, like one of those big FedEx ones, like a UPS, it's like there's nothing in it, it's kind of like I guess basically like an army airplane where they, all the guys jump out of it and parachute down.
Right.
So there's just like jump seats and stuff. But take the jump seats out, just put them in there like cattle. They can poop all over each other with fear. And then just have like this pusher thing, like a big metal pusher thing. It's like you hit the button and it just starts pushing them out, like a wall starts. Open his eyes and then I'll just get blown out over the ocean. It's like one tank of gas.
Yeah.
And make room for the new batch. And like, this is it. Here's how we do it. It's clean, it's efficient. This is where we put ashes. Yeah, this is the Neptune Society. It's a new one.
Yeah. Oh my God.
If Neptune is a planet, we'll name it another planet. It's the Uranus Society.
Yeah. Yeah. That's perfect. That was in a movie, by the way.
The Uranus Society?
Yeah, it was in that sketch comedy movie in the 70s, The Groove Tube. Do you remember that movie?
Awesome. Well, it's good. I love that you have a reference.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so you'll be in Kentucky this weekend, you said?
Lexington, yeah, it's Scarecom. Wait, let me go look at this paperwork. Oh, wait, let me check here.
Yeah, who else is going to be there?
I don't know. It's Dolores, I think. And that's her. She's my manager.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know who else. I love her. Oh, God. I don't know why. Okay, something's going on with this program on my computer. Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, and I also have this really fabulous interview that I did with this woman that has Down syndrome. Her name is Sarah Patterson. She's writing a book called Inspired, and she is an actor, and she wanted to interview actors who work with actors with disabilities, because I've just finished working on the Silent Natural, and all of the actors or all the characters in the film that are deaf were played by deaf actors.
Mm-hmm.
So that's great, and bringing a lot of light to working, any actor that has a disability, especially deaf actors, and there hasn't really been a whole lot of them. I mean,
Yeah.
Matlin.
Yep.
Like, okay, and who else? We'll give them one. So it's just, anyway, this kid, this young man, he's not a kid,
Right.
young actor Miles Barbie, and another young actor, Jodie Stevenson, plays his wife, his future wife in the film. And I got to work with both of them because my character is a deaf teacher and a chaperone for Jodie's character. So she's a young deaf girl, young deaf woman, kind of, and she and her well, it's just beautiful. And anyway, it was fun working with them. I do a lot of signing in the movie. And so I really got to know them. And we have to travel back to Atlanta to LA when the film wrapped. And so I got to spend a really wonderful day, just the three of us, traveling. And that was an experience in itself. And but for the 3 weeks that I got to know them a bit, it was just, it was. I don't know sign language.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can hang out with two deaf people and know what's going on without being able to sign, they can speak, and you're still like, it's a different way of communicating, obviously, but it's a more intense way of communicating, and I love it. I think it's really wonderful, and I think that this, when we see people that have any kind of disability on film, we are able to really assimilate it more into our everyday life.
Yeah.
It takes the onus off of, ooh, that person's different, and and it puts them in such a great light, because anyone who's on film is special by standards of the people watching them, because when I'm watching anyone on film, they now have my full attention. Somehow, for some reason, they got there in a special way, and everyone is fascinated by that. They're fascinated by movie stars, and they love to watch everybody, not just the movie stars, and we love to watch the real people. So I think it's really valuable. It's the new wave of diversity that Hollywood should really be going into.
Yeah.
So I did this interview with this girl, and then brought Jodie and Miles in. And so it's a 30-minute interview, and it's got subtitles, so it's really going to be, it's cool. So it's almost done. I'll send it to you. You can check it out.
Yeah.
It'd be great. So, and we're going to make it like a 7-minute version for the Casting Society of America, for CSA, so that they can get a taste of some of these people that are real actors, and we need to have a bit more. A bit more. I think it's valuable. It takes the bully out of it.
That's a beautiful way of putting it, Kathleen. You're such an awesome lady, and I thank you so much for being so supportive of me.
Oh, you're welcome, Tommy. My pleasure. Your name is Tommy, right?
Of course.
I love making you laugh, dude. You're great.
Oh, I hope I make you laugh.
You do. So today, as we honor all the heroes, and remember all the lives that were lost, and continue to fight and continue to stay aware and report shit that looks suspicious, and we look out for each other, I think that's what today is about. It's about remembering the loss, but also honoring the fight, honoring the fight to survive. There's been no quit in us, and even though we all have so many issues with the presidency and everything that's going on, or maybe not, maybe some people love what's going on. I don't know. It's your choice. I think that's what really we have to respect, is that, we might have a difference of opinion of things, but we never have to hurt each other to make our opinion more valid. And, people that go out and murder innocent people and destroy lives should be put in an airplane and pushed out over the ocean. So, let the sharks sort it out. I just really hope that people, if they're having evil thoughts like that, they go get help and go talk to somebody and get that out of their system, because I think the thing that shocked everyone so much about this is that this was a really big plan. That didn't take like a handful of people. It was like several, maybe hundred. And the fact that nobody said anything, there wasn't any kind of warning from anyone. Nobody spilled the beans. Nobody got a conscience. Nobody's conscience kicked in. And like, wait a minute, this is really wrong.
Yeah.
We're going to do what? These sick people that are just like, yeah, put me in the cockpit. I want to fly into a building. Who's that? Who's that person? I don't care what country you're from. Who is that? And why didn't anybody see that this person was sick and had, wow. Are they brainwashing these people from like 5 years old? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, put your phones down, look up around you, be aware, say something if you see something.
Yes. Try to care and love for one another, and like always, my condolences to all the victims' families of 9/11.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, Kathleen, have yourself a good time in Lexington, Kentucky, and
thank you.
Let me know when the book is coming out so we can talk more about it.
Absolutely will, Tommy. Thank you.
My pleasure.
You have a great day.
You too, hon.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Well, there you have it. Kathleen Kinmont. Ain't she a sweetheart? Today was a very serious show because of 9/11 and all, though. But I think Kathleen succeeded in making us laugh, like she usually does. But it was a melancholy show, and that's good to do that every now and then. So once again, my condolences to all the victims of 9/11 and all of their families. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, add me as a friend on Facebook, join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes.